Let's talk about the Cerastes. It's a small and agile gunship created as a response to the rapid escalation of colonial Viper design. The Cerastes is fitted with point defense turrets similar to those found on the flight pods of Battlestars and specializes in softening hostile fighter squadrons. It's a gunship. It's a fast little gunship and it shoots quickly. And I love it. They're great. They scare me. They're great. We'll be using the Cerastes. They will be using the Atlas. Since this thing excels at destroying Vipers and fighter squadrons, let's put it up against a single ship that can shoot all three things at it. In terms of its hull, it's got pretty good 45 points of armor on all sides, 60 on the back, and 50 hit points. That's pretty awesome. So it can be attacked from the rear, because that's where fighters will probably attack it. Let's look at the system processes. I want to maximize navigation, and I want to maximize radius range and firewall regen. I will not need the armory because unless I get boarded. And the other systems are your fire control and engineering. Fire control is probably a bit more important at first. Yeah, engineering will be important when we get into a fight later. But you can have you can have two systems overclocked and one system at half strength. Well, 80% strength, I guess. Which is pretty good.
Systems have been updated.
What that means for movement range is 32 units and radius range of 90 units. Now what you're going to want to do is kind of use this to and look how hard it turns. You're going to want to use this to keep distance from fighters first. You can use this to pull fighters away from softer, more valuable targets, and you can also use this to kind of get between the softer, more valuable targets and the fighters. The Vipers will catch up to me eventually. But I'm going to wait until they're within my radius range so that I can shoot at them. Which should be at the end of this turn, I think. Oh, they're not quite there. Okay, we're going to keep running away then. Yes, come to me, little Vipers. One in radius range. Excellent. Now it's time to begin the fight. I don't need my radius range anymore. Fire control is more important. And we can keep engineering as it is for now because they haven't shot at us yet. And we're going to focus fire on the nearest Viper squadron. Let's look at the turret range. 6,000 meters. 6 clicks. Not bad. What does that mean for us? Well, we can't shoot at them from behind. But if we kind of get into range, climb.
By your command.
Yaw hard left so that we're going to be pointing a bit more at them. We should be able to start softening these guys up. Maybe enough to discourage their attack. Also, you can do this ridiculous strafing thing because of how fast it is. Like, tell me that this is not cool. Alright, now perhaps it's time... Whoops. Whoops. Don't want to do that. But perhaps now it's time to put a little more power into engineering. And we can kind of still just keep leading them around. And now we use our superior speed to kind of keep shooting at these guys, despite the fact that these Vipers are almost destroyed and wanting to go home. I can't see those guys yet, that's annoying. I got no Cerastes range, so I guess I gotta... Let's jack up the Cerastes range, if only for a turn. Yeah, we'll do that for now. And let's do something like this. Yeah, we see them both
Projectiles
now.
bearing constant.
I mean, those missiles are definitely going to hit me. Well, they tried. Now, I don't need my Cerastes range anymore. But I do want my engineering strength. I need to focus fire on the assault raptors, because those guys are going to be the thing that is the most problematic because of their missiles. So let's try to get those guys wrecked if we can. They're not in our weapon range, so they're going to shoot at the Vipers first, and that's fine. Soften up the Vipers.
By your command.
And just kind of whip it around again and just keep shooting at these guys. Let's roll. Come on, come on, come on.
Confirmed.
And look at this. Just like it moves so quick. It turns and yaws so hard. Or it can.
Cerastes hull compromised.
That hurt, guys. Alright. Whoops. Alright, no, we gotta take care of these Vipers. So if these Vipers are allowed to land and repair, we're gonna have problems later on. They are not allowed to land and repair. Excellent. Now, I think there is nothing left. Let's
Confirmed.
repair engineering. My right side is hurt the most. I need a bit of Cerastes. Actually,
Systems have been updated.
Let's go with, oh, that's way too much. I need, like, just barely enough radius range to,
Systems have been updated.
yeah, we'll do that. I don't want that to change. And we'll keep engineering where it's at for now.
Calculating.
And focus fire on this target.
Subsystem repairs complete. Distribution complete.
This is going to be a pretty hard battle to fight because the Atlas is pretty beefy compared to me, but as long as I kind of use my speed and increase
Cerastes
range
hull compromised.
to my advantage, if I can try to keep my distance from this guy.
By your command. Calculating.
So,
Cerastes hull
yeah,
compromised.
this is kind of getting a little hard, but I'm keeping my distance, or at least I'm trying to keep my distance from this guy. Let's try this again, because the Atlas are very slow, notoriously slow.
Cerastes hull compromised.
Might not make it. This thing is not do very well going toe-to-toe with other capital ships. But if you put up against, like, fighters, it just... man... it has them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cerastes was looking real good till it had to go toe-to-toe with another ship. Even a ship like the Atlas, which its offensive capabilities aren't great. It's certainly no gunship, and it's got no missiles, so, like, the Atlas can really only fight ships that are often smaller or less armored than itself to win. But the Atlas has no problem destroying the Cerastes. I think if I was a little smarter and kept my distance a little bit more with the Cerastes and relied more on my long-range weapons, because the colonial weapons I think are just shy of 6,000 meters, probably like 5,800 meters, you could win that kind of fight. It'd be a really slow, cautious battle, but if you can exploit range, you can probably do a lot more with these Cerastes than you think.